All right, let's dive in. So, you shared this video about oregano and lung health,
Hmm.
and it really got me thinking,
Yeah,
like every time I get on a plane or even walk around a city, it
right.
just feels like I'm
Yeah.
breathing in all this stuff.
It's like an assault on the lungs
It
almost.
is. It is. So this video by Dr. Bobby Price, he really dives into
Mhm.
natural ways to support our lungs,
Yeah.
and it's all about oregano.
I know. It's so
I mean, I
interesting.
always thought of oregano as that thing you
Right, like on pizza.
exactly pizza topping,
Yeah.
but he's talking about it like it's this,
It's like a powerful ally.
yeah, a powerful plant ally.
Yeah, exactly. And what's fascinating is how he connects it
Yeah.
to all the problems we see now with like asthma and allergies.
Yeah, yeah.
He says it's because our lungs are dealing with all this new stuff.
Like what?
Well, think about it. Air travel. You're breathing that recycled air.
Ugh, yeah,
Who knows what's in there?
right.
Plus pollution everywhere. It's like our bodies are trying to catch up to
Oh,
all these new threats.
I read somewhere that airplane air can have like 20 times
Oh, wow.
more bacteria than just regular air.
Makes sense why our immune systems are like,
What?
what is going on?
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, so Dr. Price says
Yeah.
oregano can be like a shield for our lungs.
Yeah, he does.
So, what is it about oregano that makes it so special?
So there are these two compounds, right? Carvacrol and thymol,
Oh, okay.
and they're kind of the powerhouses.
Got it.
Like, for instance, carvacrol, it fights bacterial infections,
Oh, wow.
especially staphylococcus.
Oh, wow. The staph infections,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
are getting so
Especially with the antibiotic resistance, it's scary.
bright. It's like,
So the idea that something natural like oregano can
oh,
fight that off, it's kind of amazing,
yeah, that is pretty amazing.
isn't it?
Especially with all the talk about antibiotic resistance these days.
Yeah.
It's like we're looking back at nature for,
Right, like, oh, wait a minute.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, so what about this thymol?
Thymol, so that's more about boosting your immune system
Okay.
and helping your body detoxify.
So it's like,
It's like a personal trainer for your immune cells,
I like that.
keeping them in shape.
So they can fight off all the stuff.
Exactly, all the toxins we encounter.
Wow.
And, this is where Dr. Price's personal experience comes in.
Huh.
He travels like 7 times a month by plane,
Oh, wow.
which we know,
Yeah.
not great for the immune system.
All that recycled air.
Exactly. But he says he uses oregano regularly to stay healthy while he's traveling, which
That's pretty convincing.
it is, right. If it can help him with all that exposure, maybe it can help us too.
Right, like with just our regular commute or whatever.
Exactly.
So, I mean, how do we actually use it?
Well, eating it is a good place to start.
Okay.
He's all about food as medicine, Dr. Price.
Oh, like that.
So he says just consistently adding oregano to your diet is the best way.
So, like, pasta sauces, soups.
Yeah, roasted vegetables, all that.
I like that approach. It's not...
It's not some crazy regimen. It's just about making small changes.
Yeah,
Enjoying your food.
that I can do.
Exactly. But there's more than just eating it.
Okay.
He also talks about steam inhalation,
Oh, interesting.
especially if you're feeling sick already.
Okay.
Like if you have a cough or congestion,
Yeah.
the steam carries the good stuff straight to your lungs.
Right, to the source.
Exactly.
I've heard of that with eucalyptus oil.
Yeah, he actually recommends adding a few drops of that too
Oh, no.
for extra soothing.
Okay, so we've got eating it. We've got steam.
Yeah.
Any other ways to use this wonder herb?
There's also oil of oregano,
Okay.
but, and he's very serious about this, it's potent.
Okay.
Like really potent.
So not to be messed with.
Yeah, he even warns about the taste
Oh, yeah.
and how it can affect your teeth.
I remember that part.
Not for the faint of heart.
No kidding. He was describing the taste as
Un-
intense, as putting it mildly.
He really emphasized diluting it properly too,
Yeah.
and starting with a tiny amount.
Yeah, yeah. Tiny amount.
And while we're talking about diluting,
Right.
he also mentions using diluted oregano oil for skin infections.
Okay.
But again, he stresses caution
Yeah.
and no open wounds.
Okay, so it seems like oregano has a lot to offer,
It does.
but you got to be careful.
You do. You got to respect its power.
Exactly. Use it responsibly.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot.
We have
We've learned about oregano, its benefits,
Yeah.
how to use it.
all sorts of things.
But there's one thing I'm still curious about.
Okay. Shoot.
So you mentioned how Dr. Price connects oregano to all these like modern problems.
Yeah.
But he also talks about it being used like way back in the day, right?
He does. It's been used for centuries in so many cultures
Huh.
for its medicinal properties. It's really interesting.
That's what I love about these deep dives.
Yeah,
It's like connecting the dots
I know.
between what people knew like ages ago
And what science is figuring out now?
Exactly.
So what kind of research is out there on oregano?
Well, there's more and more evidence coming out,
Okay.
especially for respiratory health.
Okay.
Like studies have shown that carvacrol,
Right, one of the compounds we talked about.
yeah, it can actually stop certain bacteria from growing.
Really?
Yeah, the kind that cause respiratory infections.
So it's not just some old wives' tale.
No, there's real science behind it.
That's good to know.
Right. Makes you feel more confident about using it.
Yeah, for sure.
Plus, there are studies looking at how it reduces inflammation in the airways
Which would be good for.
for things like asthma.
Right.
It's still early, but it's looking pretty good.
That is exciting. So we've got the history, the science, and even people like Dr. Price who use it themselves. It's a pretty strong case.
It is.
But I do have to ask, are there downsides?
That's a good question. It's important to remember even natural stuff can have side effects.
With oregano, the main thing is it's strong.
Okay.
Especially the oil, like we said.
Right. Dr. Price was pretty clear about that.
Yeah, it can be hard on your stomach.
Okay.
And even irritate your skin if you don't dilute it properly.
Yeah, he really stressed those points.
He did.
So definitely not something to just start using willy-nilly.
No. Do your research. Talk to your doctor.
Especially if you have any other health issues.
Exactly. And always start small. See how your body reacts.
Good advice.
And make sure you're buying good quality oil.
From a reputable source.
Yeah, that's important.
So it's about being smart, like with anything else.
Right. It's a powerful tool.
But it needs to be used carefully.
Absolutely.
It sounds like oregano could be a really valuable tool
It really could be.
in our, natural health toolkit.
Exactly. And it's interesting what Dr. Price says about developing a relationship with herbs.
A relationship.
Yeah, like getting to know them.
Okay.
He says the more you experience an herb,
Through taste, smell.
yeah, all of that, the more you learn about it, the more you can feel its effects on your body.
So it's like,
It's like building a connection.
ah,
So you can intuitively sense when and how to use it.
that's kind of cool.
It is, right. It's not just seeing herbs as ingredients or pills.
Yeah, it's more like,
They're allies.
yeah, I like that.
Right, helping you on your health journey.
Yeah, it's a really different way of thinking about it.
It is, and I think it's powerful, especially these days.
And we're so disconnected from nature.
Exactly. We rely on all these pharmaceuticals.
Right.
But this is about reclaiming that ancient knowledge.
Yeah, taking control.
Exactly.
And oregano is such a good example.
It is. It's so simple.
But it can do so much.
It really can.
So as we're wrapping up our oregano deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the most important thing you want listeners to remember?
I think it's that nature is full of healing power.
Yeah.
Oregano is just one example. There are so many plants out there that can help us.
And we've been using them for centuries.
Exactly.
So it's about being open to those possibilities.
Yes. Not dismissing the old ways,
Right.
but seeing how they fit with what we know now.
Yeah, combining that wisdom.
Exactly.
And then actually using it in our lives.
Yeah. Whether it's oregano, other herbs, or just spending more time in nature.
So for anyone listening who's like, okay, I want to try oregano,
Yeah.
where should they start?
Honestly, just start adding it to your food.
Okay.
Try different kinds, experiment with recipes, see how it makes you feel.
Simple,
It is.
but powerful.
Exactly.
And if you want to learn more about oregano or other herbs,
There's tons of information out there.
online, books,
Yeah, just do your research.
and talk to your doctor.
Always a good idea.
Be informed.
Be an informed consumer.
Exactly.
And remember, this is a personal journey.
Yeah.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Everyone's different.
Exactly. So find what works for you.
Yeah, what empowers you?
Take control of your health.
I love that.
It's your health.
I think Dr. Price would approve of that message.
I think so too.
So as we end this oregano deep dive,
Yeah.
we encourage you to keep exploring.
All the natural remedies out there.
Discover those plant allies.
Yeah. Oregano is just the beginning.
Exactly.
And as always,
Yeah.
stay curious, keep learning.
Keep diving deep. It's funny, we started talking about
Yeah.
all the stuff we worry about.
Right.
Airplanes, pollution, all that.
Mhm.
And it can feel kind of overwhelming.
It can. You're not in control.
Yeah, your health is just...
At the mercy of everything.
Exactly.
But then we look at something like oregano,
Right.
learn about it, the history, the science.
And it's
It gives you some power back.
it does. It's
You have tools
yeah.
to deal with these modern problems.
Yeah, exactly. And they're not even complicated tools.
No.
It's not like some crazy thing you have to do.
Right. It's not.
Just add some oregano to your dinner.
Exactly.
Or do a little steam inhalation.
Simple things that people have been doing for ages.
Yeah. It's cool how
Yeah.
Dr. Price really emphasizes that.
He does.
Like finding what works for you.
Your own exploration.
Yeah, trusting your body.
Exactly. Using your intuition.
Not just following some
one-size-fits-all plan.
Yeah, it's refreshing.
It is. It's empowering.
So as we're finishing up here,
yeah,
what's the big takeaway? What do you want our listeners to
walk away with?
Yeah.
I hope they feel inspired.
Okay.
To really explore natural remedies.
Yeah.
Be curious, be open-minded.
It's not about
throwing out everything else.
Right.
It's about adding to your toolkit.
Exactly. And maybe the next time you're feeling a little under the weather, you'll think of this.
And reach for that oregano.
It might be just what you need.
Who knows? It might be the little boost.
Exactly.
And if you do try it, let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your experiences.
Oh,
well, that's about it for our oregano deep dive.
A fascinating journey.
It was. Thanks for joining me.
As always, my pleasure.
And to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep diving deep.